Looks like I'm starting off the video with a bit of a voiceover, as my camera had an error that I didn't notice while I was filming. By the time I caught it, it looks like I already started my lather. The soap that I went with for today's shave was Subtle Arts Witchcraft, which is a beautiful cinnamony, warm, sweet scent. And on a day like today, where it's a little brisk out, it was perfect. I lathered up with the Aylsworth Altare G5C synthetic, and that thing always creates a beautiful lather. And something that I've been waiting for a long time finally came in yesterday, and that is the Alpha Guido. But I got the entire shave started with a new pre-shave that I've been using for the last few shaves, and that is Uccello Rosso. As I mentioned, I'm already in the middle of a lather, so I will let the video continue. So it looks like my soap does need a little more hydration, so I do one of two things. I'll either dip just the tips of the brush into the water, back into the bowl and start lathering, or I give 4 squirts of the mister, add hydration that way. Since I have the mister in my hands, let's use it. Nice thick creamy lather built up here. Let's go ahead and paint it on. So what I like to do is I put my pre-shave on and I let it sit on my face for a little bit. While the pre-shave is on my face, I'll do things like build up my lather if I'm bowl lathering, or load my brush through the tub if I'm gonna lather that way. Either way, I let the oil sit on my face for a little bit. This way it softens the skin, softens the hair. The oil for me adds that extra little bit of slickness to my shaves. The reason why I paint my soap or cream on my face instead of going in and creating a nice lather on my face is to do the same thing as the pre-shave. Paint it on first, and load up my razor. The soap or cream is sitting on my face doing its thing, softening the skin, softening the hair, and getting ready to be cut. I also love painting it on because it gives me a moment to really enjoy the scent of the soap or cream. Subtle Arts Witchcraft has an amazing warm scent. All right, so I'll go ahead and load a Persona Comfort Coat. Alright, so the Alpha Guido is loaded and it's ready to take down 2 days worth of growth. So the soap's been sitting on my face for a little bit. I can almost feel it working and softening my skin. Now I'll go ahead, splay the brush, and get those hairs up and get rid of them. If you do not have Subtle Arts, I recommend checking them out and seeing what they have to offer. I think at the moment they're sold out of Witchcraft, and with Joe from Subtle Arts recovering from major shoulder surgery, I know production has been pretty slow. If you're anxious to get some Subtle Arts, be patient. What I recommend doing is heading over to the Subtle Arts YouTube channel. Joe has been giving updates there on his progress as far as what's going on with the business and his products. Definitely check him out. Great content. Joe's a great guy. Subtle Arts is an amazing soap. All right, here we go. First pass, and I'm using an Alpha razor for the very first time. All right, first pass is done. This razor is crazy good. Not only does it look amazing, it is super efficient. It's definitely a medium razor, but if you're a mild razor kind of person, I think this guy would be okay for you. I gotta say, guys, as well, I already knew this, but it kind of surprises me every time. The residual slickness from Subtle Arts soap is insane. I feel like I could do 2 more passes just like this, not adding any more soap. Don't worry, I'm not going to do that. But holy, what an amazing soap. Let's get on with that second pass. process is done just like that. I know I'm dealing with a really good razor when I can go against the grain on my jawline and it feels like butter. That's what the Alpha Guido just did. I'm now kind of curious about that open comb, so I wonder if I need to let the hair grow out a little bit longer and give that a try. Alright guys, there you have it. That shave was fantastic. The growth is gone, my face is feeling super smooth. But let me go ahead, wash off the rest of the soap, finish off the rest of the shave, and share my thoughts at the end of the video. Make sure to stick around. Alright, let me get in there with the Parker's Alum Block. Oh yeah, that's a good shave. A little bit of stinging, which is perfectly fine. As I say in most all my videos, a little bit of stinging is okay. When it comes to the alum block, if you're new to wet shaving or you're new to my channel, the alum block serves a bunch of different purposes. First off, it will help close your pores. It will help with any irritation and or nicks that you may have gotten from your shave. And for me, it gives me a good indication of how well my shave went. If my face was really stinging, then I know, hey, I was being too aggressive during that shave. I need to settle down a little bit. But if there's a slight sting, it's perfectly fine. If you use the alum block on a consistent basis, you'll understand what I mean by the alum giving you a good indication on how your shave went. So now what I'm going to do is clean up my area. I'm going to get it ready for my next shave. I'm not washing off the alum right away. I leave the alum sitting on my face, working its magic, doing its thing. As a matter of fact, talking to you right now, I feel it tingling and doing the good stuff that it does. Now, let me go ahead, clean up my area, and then I'll wash off the alum. All right, so my bowl is cleaned up and it's ready for its next use. And now the Altair is cleaned up and it's ready for its next use. And lastly, the Alpha Guido is now cleaned up and it's ready for its next use. All right, so while I've been cleaning, the alum has still been on my face, tingling and doing its thing. As a matter of fact, as I'm talking to you right now, I still feel it working its magic. What I'll do next is wash off the alum and get ready to put on some Thayers. So what I've been doing, I have been putting on the clear Thayers on first, followed by the hydrating milky toner Thayers. That combination works beautifully, and if you have both, give it a shot. Let me know what you think. Next, I'll go ahead and add the hydrating milky toner Thayers. And I use roughly about a dime's worth. You don't need very much of this stuff. All right, Thayers is on. Face feels fantastic. All right, let's go ahead and end off the entire shave with Stronger With You Intensely. All right, there you have it, guys. End of the shave. Let me go ahead, do a quick rundown of what I used for today's shave because it has been fantastic from start to finish. And there's a good chance I'm going to be repeating myself. All right, let's start with Uccello Rosso. Guys, this is a fantastic pre-shave. I recommend following Isaac. I'll leave his handle down below at Uccello Rosso 84 on Instagram. This is an amazing pre-shave. I haven't used it as a post-shave yet, but for the pre-shave, in my opinion, this thing is great. I only ended up needing one pump as opposed to two. Guys, reach out to Isaac, grab yourself some Uccello Rosso, and think. First, let's talk about Subtle Arts Witchcraft. This stuff is fantastic, guys. I know I've already said this, but the lather, the slickness, the protection, the residual slickness is fantastic when it comes to Subtle Arts. I have a few Subtle Arts soaps, and they are all amazing. If you don't have Subtle Arts, I highly recommend picking some up. And if you do have it, which soaps do you have? I'd love to know. Now, when you have a great cream or soap, you need a really good brush to help create that amazing lather. The Aylsworth Altare with the G5C synthetic knot, in my opinion, is a fantastic brush. Now, I do have a friend that does have an Altare. He also has a G5C synthetic knot, and he's a little upset because it's not soft. and I've had to remind them, give it some time, use it a bunch, it will soften up. So far, all of my Altares with the G5C synthetic knot have softened up beautifully. This included. Now, when it comes to this razor, guys, this thing is so good. The weight on it is beautiful. The knurling is so nice. Super easy to shave with. I found the aggression on this thing to be perfect for me. It is just an all-around amazing razor. So if you're looking for an excellent stainless steel razor, guys, check out the Alpha Guido and pick one up. Like I said, it comes with an open comb, straight bar, and a stand. Can't go wrong with that. All right, guys, there's the end of the shave. Like I had mentioned, it was amazing from start to finish. On that note, you make it a great shave, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.